Our participation project on volunteering for the Republican Party. We volunteered our time for Representative Christina Hagan. She was the incumbent for the 50th district. She ran on the Republican platform, and which includes many parts of Stark County. She's actually the youngest member of the Ohio State Representatives. She has been for the past 4 years, and she serves on multiple committees.
Some of our committees include agriculture and natural resources, economics and small business development, public utilities, and veteran affairs.
Basically, what we did for volunteering, we did phone calls, which were just campaign calls that we made over to about 500 registered voters that were in her district. We did door-to-door campaigning throughout Stark County. We reached about 300 private residences. And then we also did yard signs. We put them up, we took them down, and we also petitioned people to see if they wanted to put them in their own yards. And basically, how we got a hold of them to volunteer to begin with was she actually came to a College Republicans meeting that we had at the very beginning of the year, and she gave a little speech. And her campaign manager actually came, and they passed out their phone numbers. So I actually just called her personally, and she actually got right back to me the next day. And we actually started helping her campaign the following week. So it was actually pretty easy to get something set up to begin with.
Why we pick local government, to go off of like what he just said, we wanted to make an impact at the local government level, since that's the local level is what impacts us most, other than like federal government. So we wanted to like make a difference, because most doors that we went to, people didn't know who Christina Hagan was or like who she was. So it was good. And then she's a relatable candidate to us, and she came and like personally talked to us, and she just graduated from Malone. And the high school she went to is just on the road from my high school. So kind of.
And why it was so important that we volunteered, like Matt had just said, basically local government does have a bigger impact than a lot of people realize. Everything starts here, and if we don't have the right voice for us in Washington, then we're in trouble, because it all starts back with here, and we need someone to represent us the way that we want to be represented. And both of the local candidates had two completely different ideas, so it was definitely important to decide which candidate you were going to vote for. And it was also actually, they thought it was going to be a very close race, so it was important for us to definitely volunteer our time and try to get out as much information about Representative Hagan as we could. Like he said, not many people knew her, but yet she was the incumbent of the seat. So, and
our goal was obviously to get her reelected, and we did it by a lot of hours campaigning and making phone calls. We went on 6 days where we went door to door, and we made tons of over 500 phone calls, I think. And so it was just.
And then it all led up to Election Day. On the left was Sue Ryan. She was running for the Democratic seat. And out of 284 precincts, which made up the 50th district, she received 20,000 votes about. And then Christina Hagan, out of the 284 precincts, she received 30,000 votes. So about 10,000 more votes than Sue Ryan got. So it actually was a really good turnout, and wider margin than they had actually expected.
Some of the challenges we faced was one of the biggest ones was weather. Because one of the days when we were supposed to do door to door, there was a big storm and we weren't able to. And like sometimes it was cold, so then people weren't home sometimes. So we just had to keep going from door to door. And then the people were not friendly. Many of them wouldn't come to the door, and they saw us, and when they did come to the door, they were often rude and like, "What do you want?" So we were just like, "Oh well, we just want to know, we just want to see if Christina Hagan has your support, and just make sure they're voting this year."
This was another challenge. Other candidates' popularity. We had several people tell us that they were going to vote for Mickey Mouse over all the other candidates. So Disney characters apparently